Hey man, we back at it with another one, man. This time we're watching a short documentary about the Kodinka Crush. All right. I don't know what this shit is, but we're going into this shit. Fuck.
On the 30th of May, 1896, a lavish public banquet was laid on for the citizens of Moscow, Russia, to celebrate the coronation of their new emperor, Nicholas II.
Oh shit, my boy Hades.
Tsar Nicholas was keen for the celebration to be a moment of hope and stability for his
Hades,
people,
I didn't even know you was
an
Russian,
occasion
man.
they would look back on fondly, and that would help to unite and uplift the nation at the start of his reign. Ultimately, however, the banquet at Kodinka Field would be remembered by those who survived it in a very, very different way.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
When Nicholas was born, his grandfather, Alexander II, was Emperor of Russia.
Okay.
And his father was seen as a likely heir. In 1881, however, Alexander II was assassinated in front of the teenage Nicholas.
Damn.
His father was now the emperor, and he was heir to the throne. It was a sudden and huge step up, but at the same time the dangers of the position he was destined to hold had been made horribly clear to him.
Damn.
His father, Alexander III, did little to prepare Nicholas to be emperor.
That's fucked up.
When Alexander III died suddenly in 1894, Nicholas was just 26 years old. Overwhelmed, Nicholas wrote to his cousin, saying, "What is going to happen to me?
Oh shit.
To mother? To all of Russia? I am not prepared to be a Tsar. I never wanted to become one. I know nothing about the business of ruling."
Damn.
Oh my gosh, put it out! Mom, hurry! Oh, towel, yes.
What is this fake ass fire?
Try to
This
open it.
bitch ass fire.
Nicholas was incredibly close to his family. When his father died, he brought forward his planned wedding to Princess Alix of Hesse and by Rhine, as he was desperate for her to be at his side throughout the entire process. He had relatives in kingdoms all over Europe, largely because most of the ruling class of the time were in some way related to Queen Victoria of Great Britain. Nicholas was cousin of George V of the UK, and bore a striking resemblance to him.
Oh damn, that's crazy. They
But
twins.
despite these many relationships throughout Europe, when he came to power, he felt helpless and alone.
Damn.
One person he decided to rely on was his uncle on his father's side, Grand Duke Sergei Alexandrovich.
That nigga look like a real nigga.
At the time that Nicholas came to power, Sergei was Governor General of Moscow, a powerful position which made him answerable only to the emperor.
Damn.
He took Nicholas under his wing. As Governor General of Moscow, Sergei was responsible for organizing the coronation ceremonies for Nicholas and Alex, which were to be held in the city. The coronation itself took place on the 26th of May, 1896, and was followed by days and weeks of grand public celebrations, one of which was to be a huge banquet for the people of the city. The venue for the banquet was to be Kodinka Field, a huge open space in the city that had been used for large-scale festivals since the time of Catherine the Great.
That's cool.
The field had a ravine, was surrounded by many ditches, and was sometimes used as a military training ground.
Oh damn.
But it was spacious enough for a celebration befitting the occasion, so Sergei approved the plans. The plans were very ambitious. A temporary town square was installed, and around it were set up miniature theatres, 150 buffets, and 20 different drinking establishments. Gifts were to be handed out to everyone who attended, including a bread roll, a sausage, some pretzels, some gingerbread, and a commemorative cup.
Oh, that's cool.
There was a lot of excitement in the lead up to the event. On the evening of the 29th of May, the day before the banquet, people had already begun to gather in Kodinka Field. The setup for such a big event was an attraction in and of itself. Families gathered to watch cart after cart, laden with beer, food, and gifts, heading into the grounds. People came from all over the Russian Empire to Kodinka Field. As many as 500,000 were estimated to be there by the early hours of the
Damn, they
morning
packed
on the
that bitch
30th of
out.
May. Rumours began to spread amongst the crowd about what gifts were on offer. Some claimed that the commemorative cups would contain real gold coins, a possibility that caused great excitement. At around 6 a.m, rumours quickly spread that some booths had opened up and were already handing out gifts. This information passed through the crowd at incredible speed, and then, almost as one, the crowd began to surge towards the booths.
Oh no.
Further rumours spread as people rushed across the field.
No.
It was said that some special prizes were on offer. If you were lucky, you might be given a cow, a horse, or even a house. Although, of course, these prizes were limited in number and would soon run out. The excitement grew to a frenzy. As the crowds began to surge, the workers handing out the gifts became worried. Some started to throw gifts into the crowd in an effort to calm people down and reduce the pressure in the immediate vicinity of the booths. Ultimately, though, this only added to the chaos.
Yeah, because niggas was
The movement of the crowd swept up every man, woman, and child.
You know what this reminds me of? Real talk, real spill. Like, you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that Astro World concert, only in 1896. This literally what it reminds. But and the difference is, it's not a performance. It's a festival. It's just so packed out and it's so unorganized that something like this happens, even if it's a generous thing that's happening, it could cause thousands of people to, you feel me? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
In the area, with many tripping and falling as they were pulled along. The ground was uneven, and the people were so tightly packed in places that those in the crowd couldn't even see the ground beneath them.
That's crazy.
The ravine and several drainage ditches were situated close to the booths handing out gifts. As the movement of the crowd became uncontrolled, people were swept into these in their hundreds, one on top of the other.
They got crushed.
Many people in the crowd fainted, but they weren't able to fall to the ground, so were carried along, upright but unconscious.
That's crazy.
Famed Russian writer Leo Tolstoy was deeply affected by the events that day, and would later write a short story featuring them. Though it is, of course, fiction, it gives some insight into what it may have been like to experience the catastrophic crush.
Damn, you gonna let him smack you like that? Damn! Damn! Strongly disagree.
He fell. A woman in a headscarf fell upon him. He shook her off his back, wanting to return, but others pressed from behind, and he didn't have the strength. He leant forward, but his feet set on something soft. On people. They grabbed him by the legs and screamed. He saw nothing, heard nothing, and moved forward.
Treading on people. Nah!
There was a police force of around 1,800 present in Kordinka Field that day.
So Nicholas II, you didn't think, my brother, you didn't think, well, number one, you're white, so you're not my brother, but you didn't think that you packed out a whole entire large-scale place or field filled with 500,000 people. You think almost 2,000 guards are gonna do something against 500,000 people? What are even with guns, what are they gonna do? They're gonna get trampled. What? That's retarded.
But they had no chance of controlling a crowd of 500,000. Thousands of people were thrown into ditches and the ravine, piled up.
No, he's a retarded ruler. He's a retard.
On top of each
other. That nigga's
other,
a retard.
With no hope of survival
He's a retard,
for those at the bottom.
That nigga's a retard.
There was also a well on the field into which 27 people fell. Only one of them would survive. Gradually, the crowd calmed and began to disperse. The police were ordered to clear the area and remove the bodies of the dead, so that the festivities could continue as planned.
If that is really how it ended, like after, like once everything cleared, that was a demonic event. That had to have been a demonic event. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like a cliche always looking for conspiracy theory, Illuminati. But that had, bro, 500,000 people were in that, and I know at least I say a couple. I say what? Let's say like I don't know. Probably it's 500,000, and they all started moving in waves. I say about like 50 to 80,000, like within that range or more, died, bro. That was a ritual, bro. I don't know why I feel as though that was a ritual, gang. I don't know why. That's
With
insane.
this as a priority,
That's insane.
little attempt was made to
Because I just feel as though that why are all these people gathered here and you only have a set few number of people protecting and guarding all of these people? Why didn't you have clear-cut boundaries across everything, like dividers, clear dividers, all of that? Like, nah, bro, I don't know. I don't know. This is just a theory of mine. All right, I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not, but this is looking like a ritual to me, bro. This is looking like shit was set up and orchestrated to where people were gonna die. You feel me? Like, and I didn't even want to say it like that, but like, people were gonna be deceased. Like.
to aid the injured and dying. At the same time, there
This
were
reminds me literally of the Astro World concert. This is literally what it's reminding me of.
parts of the massive
But in 1896.
field that
Sorry for the pausing.
was so far removed from the worst parts of the crush that some attendees were entirely unaware of what had happened. The celebrations did indeed carry on, while nearly 1,300 corpses were removed from the scene and around 9,000 injured people left to seek medical attention. A valet for the court of Nicholas II, Alexei Volkov, later recalled his experience of walking around the area as people left the celebration.
Hold on, let me go back.
9,000 injured people, 300 corpses were removed
Oh,
from
it was
the
only
scene,
1,300.
and around 9,000 injured
I still feel as though that was, I don't know, I feel as though that shit was meticulously planned to go that way for some reason.
people left.
It wasn't a lot of it wasn't a lot of how can I say this? Casualties from what I was thinking, because I'm thinking like it's 500,000 people, so I would think it's tens of thousands. You feel me? That either, if not, deceased or they got injured. You know what I mean? Like,
Seek medical attention. A valet for the court of Nicholas II, Alexei Volkov, later recalled his experience of walking around the area as people left the celebration, in an account which highlights both the scale of the event and the confusion. I met many groups of people coming back from that site carrying the Tsar's gifts. The strange thing, though, was that not one person mentioned the catastrophe, and I did not hear about it until the next morning. Tsar Nicholas II was informed of the tragedy. He and his wife went that same day to the site in order to pay their respects to the dead.
okay. Damn, I'm still thinking. I don't know. I'm thinking they doing that to save face, bro. I don't know, dude. I don't know. This is looking like a ritual, man. I don't know though. I can't put my finger on that motherfucker.
But by the time they arrived at around 2 p.m., there was no sign at all that a tragedy of any kind had taken place.
Nah, there's no way. That's cap. No, I'll run that back.
Respects to the dead. But by the time they arrived at around 2 p.m., there was no sign at all that a tragedy of any kind had taken place. That evening, the French ambassador had arranged a ball for Nicholas as part of the coronation celebrations. It is thought that Nicholas may have been uncertain about attending such a lavish ball in the wake of the disaster, but as France was such an important ally to Russia, his advisors persuaded him to attend.
Damn.
Conflicting reports also emerged, highlighted by those who opposed the monarchy. Reports that Nicholas was warned not to attend by some advisors, but did so anyway.
Damn.
China's imperial commissioner was present at the ball, and remarked that a Chinese emperor would never have gone to a ball after such a tragedy.
It's fucked up.
Whether he was reluctant to attend the ball or not, the fact that he did left a sour taste in the mouths of the people of Moscow. It was seen as a disrespectful act, the Tsar feasting and dancing while the people mourned their dead.
That's fucked up. And this is why I said in the beginning, Nicholas II ain't shit. I was still right. He ain't shit. That nigga's a dumbass, bro. He's a goofy ass nigga, bro. Who goes and celebrate? You're the leader of a country, and the country just went to an event, and the event caused casualties that people didn't even understand. They don't know why, and you over here frolicking at a ball, and designer drip with crystals and shit everywhere, crystal chandeliers and shit. That's some dickhead shit. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. I hope they, you know how they did Benito Mussolini after the war. I hope they do that to this dude, bro. On me. That's crazy.
The Tsar did pay compensation to the families of the victims out of his own pockets. He also played an active role in the families of the victims out of his own pockets. He also played an active role in the resulting investigation.
This nigga.
The findings of this investigation led him to dismiss his uncle Sergei, who had gained the nickname the Duke of Kordinka for his role in the disaster.
I knew it. It was a ritual of some sorts, bro. I knew it, bro. It had to have been a ritualistic plan, bro. A scheme, bro. A dirty scheme to cause confusion. For what reason? I don't fucking know. I think it was because from what here's my hypothesis. You feel me? I believe that the Duke, right, the Duke of Kordinka, right. I believe that man caused this whole entire thing so that way all the people can blame the Tsar for what happened and kick him out of the throne so that way he can come in and be like, yeah, he was the cause of this, he did this, he did that, and then he becomes the Tsar of Russia. I believe this man was plotting to take that man Nicholas shit the whole time, especially when Nicholas did not know how to lead. Nah, bro, he ain't shit. Nah, but see, the thing is though, is Nicholas II? I don't know. Nicholas II still ain't shit because you went to a ball when everyone was mourning and niggas didn't even know about this. Niggas didn't even know that this happened there. You feel me? And if they did, they didn't know till the next day. And once they finally did know, you over here kicking it. Like, nah, bro. Both of them ain't shit, but he really ain't shit because he set this shit up. I know he was the mastermind behind it, if not one of the masterminds, for sure. For sure.
It is indicative of this.
But that's my hypothesis. I believe that man literally did all of this to make the people blame him so that way he could take the seat of the Tsar. Because he been knew that Nicholas II was unfit to be it because he was underneath his father at one point and he knew. His father probably told him that man wasn't fit because he didn't raise him to be fit to be king. He probably didn't even want to be king. He said he didn't want to be king. So, I don't know, bro. That man ain't shit.
He ain't history shit. That most of the reporting of the Kordinka crush was focused on the impact on the Tsar and the ruling class, rather than the thousands of people that died and were injured that day. The disaster became a talking point for those seeking to take or retain power.
Yeah.
While the general public that had suffered in it were left, largely unaided, to deal with the tragic consequences.
Damn. Nah, that was a great video. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, hold on real quick. Shout out to Fascinating Horror. I see why they got 1 million subs. This was a really good video. I'm gonna tell my bros to send me more like this. If anything, I'm gonna look for more of these. I fuck with these videos. But it's your boy Big Easy, man. Once again, another video. Shout out to my boy. Shout out Sivo Vegas. Shout out my boy Hades Raps. Shout out my boy Drew De Niro. My boy Kid Tribute. My boy Signer. Shout out my boy Black, Mr. K-Vine. You feel me? Shout out my boy. Shout out my nigga. And yeah. Till next time. You feel me? Till next time. On me. This is a good video.